We've used structured output for flat results, a few typed fields, but it goes much deeper. A final tool can be a whole nested object, models inside models, lists of models, optionals, literals, and mAIvn fills the entire tree in a single call. Even better, you can wire a dependency right inside that result. So one branch comes from a tool, not the model. Let's build a product spec that does both. Here's the shape we want back. A product spec. A name and a category. That's a literal, one of a fixed set. A battery, which is its own nested model. A chemistry, a capacity, and a list of cells. A list of ports, each with a kind and a count. An optional warranty. And a list of highlight strings. One request and the agent fills this whole tree validated. But notice the battery. We don't want the model inventing cell voltages. Those are facts. So that branch is marked with a dependency. It comes from a tool. Everything in green, the model writes. The battery in blue is injected. First, the pieces. A cell has an ID and a voltage. A battery has a chemistry. A literal Li ion, life PO4 or NIMH. A capacity and a list of cells. A port has a kind and a count. These are just ordinary pedantic models. Nesting them is nothing special. A battery holds a list of cells, and our top-level spec will hold a battery and a list of ports. Plain Python types, as deep as you like. Now, the top-level model. Build spec marked final tool. So it's the agent's answer. It has the name, the category literal, the battery, a list of ports, an optional warranty, and the highlights. And here's the move. Above it at depends on tool, build battery, arg name battery. Build battery is a plain function tool that computes the pack. It multiplies the cell count by the per cell capacity to get the milliamp hours and lists the cells. So before this result is finished, mAIvn runs build battery and drops that whole battery into the battery field. The tool computes the branch. The agent fills everything around it. One model, one dependency, one invoke. Run it. With verbose on so we can watch it happen. One invoke and you can see build battery fire. It computes the pack, 2 cells times 2500, 5000 milliamp hours. And back comes the complete product spec. Every field populated, every type checked. Name, Nimbus X. Category, phone. The battery branch exactly as the tool computed it. 5000 milliamp hours, 2 cells at 3.7 volts. Then the parts the model composed around it. The ports, an optional warranty, the highlights. A deeply nested, validated object. Computed facts and generation woven together in a single result. 2 things to remember. First, your result can be as rich as your domain. Nest models, lists, optionals, and literals freely, and ask for the whole thing at once. No multi-step glue code. You describe the shape, mAIvn fills and validates it. Second, dependencies compose inside that shape. Put @depends_on tool on the model, and a branch comes from a tool, so the facts you can't let the model guess are guaranteed correct, while the model handles the rest. Deterministic and generative in one typed object. To recap, a final tool can be a deeply nested typed model. Models, lists, optionals, literals, built in one invoke. And a dependency decorator on that model injects a whole branch from a tool. So part of the result is deterministic, and part is the models. It's the most powerful shape in mAIvn. One call, one validated object. Exactly the structure you asked for. Next up, the finale. Production hardening. Retries, timeouts, usage, and cleanup to take your agents to production. See you there.